Welcome back. So on this mantras, on chatting of these mantras, we have seen be verbs and we have seen have verbs. Now we are going to see for simple tense. And in my experience, simple tense, the term is very simple, but people have a lot of trouble in simple tense because they are not exposed so much of simple tense. And in present tense, we have a condition when you use he, she, you need to add an s. For example, I write, we write, you write, they write. He, she, when you have to add an s to the verb, then this is a condition. And that has to be taught to our tongue. The mantra that you have to chant is, for example, you take a verb, for example, you take write. I write, we write, you write, they write, he writes, she writes, it writes. I sing, we sing, you sing, they sing, he sings, she sings, it thinks. I drink, we drink, you drink, they drink, he drinks, she drinks, it drinks. I tell, we tell, you tell, they tell, he tells, she tells, it tells. So this way, take as much verbs as you can, take it out and then practice. So your tongue automatically learns that when you are using he, she, it adds an s. It comes by the sounds. And if you want to have an example in Tamil, for example, we say na varren, varren, naanga varrom, nee varra, avanga varranga, ava varra, ava varra, adu varudhu. So all have different endings in the sounds, but every time we don't think it out that this pronoun has come and this should be the ending. Just thought our tongue automatically comes out, and that is the way how we have to train our tongue, because many of our students have trouble, and every time I keep telling them that this is he and present tense, you have to add an s many times. Even they said, sir, we know sir, but it doesn't come out. So for that you have to go. I sing, we sing, you sing, they sing, he sings, she sings, it sings. I break, we break, you break, they break, he breaks, she breaks, it breaks. I see, we see, you see, they see, he sees, she sees, it sees. Not only the s sound, but also you become comfortable with the sound. Because for example, now we said she, see, she, see. The sound is ish and is. So your tongue should get trained in telling ish sound and then is sound one after another. For example, I see, we see, you see, they see, he sees, she sees, it sees. So make your tongue a little bit comfortable and go as much as words as possible. Maybe if you want, I'll make a separate video for telling all those verbs. And then in the simple tense, we have another trouble. Most of us we don't know the past tense. I sing, most of them said I was sing. Most of the students are saying I was sing. I sing, I sang. I drink, I drank. This even you have to chant at least for the basics words. I drink, I drank. I tell, I told. You have to tell a lot of times, and then in the future it's quite easy. I'll drink, I'll, will, you'll, they'll, he'll, she'll, it'll. As we did in be verbs, I'll, will, you'll, they'll, he'll, she'll, it'll. This has to be said, this has to be chanted many times. I'll, will, you'll. It should be very comfortable for you. You should not feel that as if you are saying some words which is very new to you or which is very alien to you. And then we go for perfect tense. The perfect tense, the trouble is that you have to have past participle. And most of the learners, people who are at the beginning of learning to speak, they are not exposed to this perfect tense at all. Most of the present tense they will be knowing, but the past participle they will not be knowing. And here in the perfect tense that you have to have not just knowing it like drink, drank, eat, ate, eaten, but you should get that past participle in that moment. For example, I have drunk. You should get the drunk. For that there is no other way. You have to train your tongue. Like what I used to say is take out the verb list or just see it out and say I have drunk, I have eaten, I have sung. Go for the past participle. I have eaten, I have drunk, I have seen, I have told, I have begun, I have fought, whatever it is. Go for it. Keep on telling it. Because we know, what we imagine is that I know that word and I know that I have and the past participle should come. You think that you will make this word and then you will start to speak up, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You have to go for that word. You have to take out the list and say, I have drunk, I have seen, I have got, I have broken, I have fought, I have cooked. This kind of big list you have to say, and if you request we can go for that also, but that has to be done in the perfect tense. And then past tense is easy. We have already done I had, we had, you had, they had, he had, she had, it had, plus the past participle. I had, we had, you had, they had, he had, she had, it had. I had, we had, you had, they had, he had, she had, it had. I had drunk, we had drunk, you had drunk, they had drunk, he had drunk, she had drunk, it had drunk. If possible, you can tell once at least for 10 or 15 words. I had drunk, we had drunk, you had drunk, they had drunk, he had drunk, she had drunk, it had drunk. And in the future, I'll have seen, we'll have seen, you'll have seen, they'll have seen, he'll have seen, she'll have seen, it'll have seen. I'll have drunk, we'll have drunk, you'll have drunk, they'll have drunk, he'll have drunk, she'll have drunk, it'll have drunk. And for the perfect continuous tense, the mantra that you really have to chant and make comfortable is have been. In present tense, have been, we have been, you have been, they have been, he has been, she has been, it has been. When you are getting he, she, you have to change for has, so that has to be taught to your tongue. Have been, we have been, you have been, they have been, he has been, she has been, it has been. Have been, we have been, you have been, they have been, he has been, she has been, it has been. Have been, we have been, you have been, they have been, he has been, she has been, it has been. So if only when you do this, when you try to speak up, it just comes out very smoothly. And then in the past, and I had been, we had been, you had been, they had been, he had been, she had been, it had been. It had been. I had been, we had been, you had been, they had been, he had been, she had been, it had been. I had been, we had been, you had been, they had been, he had been, she had been, it had been. See how comfortable it comes when you start to practice, and when you try to speak up, it just comes off. And in future, I'll have been, we'll have been, you'll have been, they'll have been, he'll have been, she'll have been, it'll have been. I'll have been, we'll have been, you'll have been, they'll have been, he'll have been, she'll have been, it'll have been. I'll have been, we'll have been, you'll have been, they'll have been, he'll have been, she'll have been, it'll have been. So this is our first part in chanting the mantras. You can say the mantras to get English nice and smooth out of your mouth. You just listening to, again, as usual I say that just listening to this video or looking or that I know what is to be chanted is no use. You have to open your mouth at least a number of times that I said in this video. You have to say it, make it smoother. If it doesn't come, maybe you can comment and I'll break it into smaller sections so that you get it out. But this is the most key core things that you have to teach your tongue, and other comes out easily. Thank you.